I know what you're thinking, punk. You're thinking, did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Now, to tell you the truth, I forgot myself in all this excitement. You gotta ask yourself a question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
There is a library full of games which have for one reason or another fallen by the wayside. One of these games is the Collective's adaptation of Dirty Harry. This game was one of those situations where we can look back and acknowledge that it may have been a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to produce something special and possibly magnificent. Clint Eastwood's iconic character has never really seen the modern era in a way befitting of Harry's legendary legacy. A video game allowing players to take control of the titular character would provide a unique opportunity for fans and newcomers alike to experience the thrill of the icon up close and personal, more so than ever before. Imagine taking to the San Francisco streets with Dirty Harry as your avatar. I always had an affinity for this Clint Eastwood character, so the prospect of controlling him and, of course, deciding when to hold the line and when to cross it is one I would have thoroughly enjoyed. The tale of this proposed title began largely in 2006 when Warner Bros. Contracted the video game developers The Collective to develop a next-gen video game for the PS3 and Xbox 360 era consoles. The Collective spent around 1 whole year of development on the game, and the project was said to have been 70% complete at that point in time. Clint Eastwood himself was committed to providing his likeness and voice for the game. Additionally, the game's supporting cast would include more Hollywood talent from the likes of Lawrence Fishburne, Lucy Liu, and Gene Hackman. The game itself was also to be included as canon within the film universe, set sometime between the first Dirty Harry and Magnum Force. Although the game's plot was largely kept under wraps, we do have some limited information on it, as well as one important gameplay mechanic, which was a feature involving reactive world events and AI. This was designed to allow the players to feel the immersion of their choices. For instance, should you choose to play nice, the crooks would likely not be intimidated by you. While on the flip side, playing dirty and mean would cause the police force and the higher-ups to scold or discipline you. The freedom of choice being left up to the player would have played a crucial role in allowing the consumers to fully take on the role within the game world. Thus, in more ways than one, the player was in fact the one bringing Dirty Harry to life. Although there was only one trailer ever released for the game, we have been privy to getting glimpses of concept art and some behind-the-scenes shots over the years. Based on the images and screen caps released, it would be fair to say the game had definitely nailed its atmosphere. The dark, Nord-drenched streets, alleys, and docks that we have seen are a great encapsulation of Harry's stomping ground, San Francisco. More importantly, the vibes and tone appear to be in sync with the movies themselves. Even though the developers initially contemplated an open-world San Francisco, they eventually decided to move to a more mission/level-based format for the game. There are times where open-world design can't compete with individual mission areas. One of the reasons I love the detail and atmosphere of level-based games is because all of the information being delivered to the player is contained. The developers can curate exactly what they want the player to feel and experience in a much better environment. Perhaps the time involved with putting the finishing touches on these levels was a contributing cause for cancellation. It is plausible that if the game needed to be delayed by several months or possibly a year, the publisher might not have thought it worth it to continue. At the time of development, the Collective was undergoing a merger with another company, and coupled with several budgetary issues, these things were cited as reasons behind the cancellation of the project. Like many other games shut down before they hit the takeoff ramp, the story and belief in what could have been a memorable action-adventure game for the Xbox 360 and PS3 era consoles far outlives the journey the game took on its own. With the direction many game companies are taking now, I find it hard to believe a game like this could find funding or any kind of new life anytime in the near future. It wouldn't surprise me if the franchise never finds its way into the modern video game era. Thus, this lost gem will likely remain as a monument to the sad fate of Dirty Harry's modern comeback. Thank you all for watching, I really appreciate it, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking, sharing it around so others can see it, and possibly subscribing as well so you don't miss out on another video as soon as it drops. Thanks again for your time, I really do appreciate it, and have a great day.